everybody, happy Thursday. Doreen from Door Designs. On today's tutorial, I'm going to be doing a centerpiece. And before I get started, my camera has quit twice, so I'm hoping third time's a charm. So I've already got some of it done. I didn't want to take everything out to start it over, plus I've got it glued in. So here's what we're doing. I'm doing this wicker basket, and I glued in 3 pieces of foam. And on the side pieces of foam where the handles are, I took some moss, stuck it down the sides all the way down because I didn't want the green styrofoam to show through on my basket. Then I used this greenery that I got. I actually got it locally here at Randolph Mercantile, but you can find greenery, about anywhere, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Walmart, anywhere really. I cut each piece in half because they were too long, and then I just went around the perimeter of my basket and glued them in at an angle, not straight up or not flat. I want it to be nice and light and airy. So that's kind of our first layer. And then the bunny came from, whoops, I got glue on him. The bunny came from Home Goods. He had a white bow, but I took the bow off because we're gonna use our own bow. And then I wanna make sure when I'm designing this basket that I keep my handles here to the side. I almost need another piece of foam right there. Because I want my bunny to be kind of centered and I want my handles to be on each side. So I'm actually going to do my bunny a little bit, I think, at an angle. I kind of want him looking forward. If you wanted, you could have him to the side, but I think I kind of want this guy looking forward, and then we're going to put more greenery and florals and some Easter eggs and carrots. We're going to make it nice and full. So to stick him in, I'm going to just take a skewer and I'm going to put it in the bottom, glue it in, and then we're just going to stick it down in the foam. Whoops, in the foam. So I'm just going to cut that in half. I forgot I don't have my glue pot on. I'm using a glue gun, which for those of you that follow me know that I hardly ever use a glue gun. I cut my skewers at an angle so it'll go through easier. Okay, I'm going to cut these a little shorter because they're way too long. And then let's just take some hot glue at the ends. I'm looking in the camera so I can see where the bunny is going. Perfect. And there we've got the bunny, and he's looking almost straight ahead. So now we're going to fill in all around him with really about any kind of greenery you want. I'm going to use some greenery and some ivy that's got different colors of greens. And this is, I think, going to be the next one I'm going to use. So let me just kind of play with this. Yep. That's what I want. So I only have 4 of these, so I'm going to put 1 on each side. I didn't get these little white pieces of paper off. I should have done that before I started the video. Sorry about that. I'm going to put 1 right over here on this other side. I started to get my spring stuff out and get my house decorated. Okay, so there's our second layer. So see how that lighter green really fills in the basket, but really makes your greenery start to pop more? So you can make this as full as you want. I'm not going to take it that much higher, but I am going to take it fuller So I'm going to add, where's my greenery go? I'm going to use some of this. And the reason why I like this is because it's a pusher, which means I can push all of my greenery up and make it much shorter. Perfect. Okay, so now this layer of greenery, I'm going to add it closer to my rabbit. So we're going to kind of outline the rabbit all the way around. And if you wanted, you could just do it in greenery. You don't have to add florals if you don't want it. And also, if you wanted to, you don't have to glue your bunny in. You could have just kind of set him in there. And then when Easter is over, if you wanted to keep your arrangement for a spring arrangement, then you could just fill in some more greeneries or florals and use it. This bunny, though, to me is more of a garden bunny that I would definitely leave it up past Easter if I didn't put Easter eggs and stuff in it. But I'm actually going to put some carrots and Easter eggs in this one. When I do an Easter or spring, kind of what I look for with if it's got a bunny in it or a rabbit is greenery that kind of reminds me of a bunny. And to me, that one does. This one does. I just look for like little greenery you think the bunny's going to be eating on. Okay, let me turn this around. A couple more pieces. I think using a glue gun is so much slower than when I use my glue pot. But my glue pot's behind me and I get tired of turning around to use it. Okay, last piece. Okay, see how cute? And nice and full. So I'm not really going to add any more greenery. I'm going to add some florals. And I think I'm going to go with this peach color. I've had these for a while. I don't know where I got them from. But like I said, you could use any florals you wanted to. I'm going to cut some of these leaves off. And I'm going to turn this around real quick so I can kind of see where I want to add this. See how cute that's going to be with that peach color florals going around it. I'm going to keep some of these florals together. If you wanted to, you could cut them apart. But I kind of like them in the cluster because in the cluster you have one that's in full bloom, one's kind of a bud, and one's kind of half bloomed. So I'm going to add a few more pieces. Okay, there it is with some florals. I'm going to put a little bow on to see how full it's going to look before I add too many more. What do I do with my ribbon? I'm going to use this dotted Swiss, kind of a moss green, and I'm going to do a simple little bow with some bright orange in it. We're going to keep the bow small. I'm not even sure if I want to use this green. I might just use a little bit of the orange. And it is going to be a small bow. Turn it around here. And I'm just going to take a little orange, make a small loop. Going to take a small zip tie and zip tie that. I'm going to use a floral pin to attach it to the bunny. So I'm just putting a little bit of hot glue on the end of the floral pin, putting that over the center of my bow. And it's going to go right in our little bunny. Going to trim up our edges here. So cute. Okay, look how cute the bunny is. I'm going to move him closer. Just a real simple little bow. I'm going to trim this one a little bit shorter. So cute. Okay, now I'm just going to add, I think I want to add a couple of carrots. And these came from At Home also. They were a stem of 3. And I'm just going to kind of play with these to see where I want them at. Okay, I think I'm going to put them right there. So I have one coming up a little bit on the back, and then one in the front, and then one here on the side. Now that we've got all this full, you can quit it anytime you want based on how full you want your design to be. I'm going to go ahead and add these carrots because I want it to be more kind of Eastery, but you don't have to do the carrots. You could also do Easter eggs if you wanted. And you'll notice I'm really not doing what I'm going to call typical Easter colors and design. I know I've got the carrots and stuff, but a lot of people do the, the pastels or the bright pinks and stuff like that. I like more of the softer oranges and moss greens. I'm going to put a flower right there. I'm going to turn this around. Look how cute. So nice and full. You can see your bunny. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of a different color. You could do bright yellows, you could do purples, you could do blues, but since it's all orange and green, I'd like to have a third color. So I'm actually going to add a little purple, and I'm going to add a few sprigs of lavender. Let's see, how many do I have here? I've got 3 here. So not a lot. Okay, I'm going to turn it front so I can kind of see. See how that just kind of makes it pop a little bit? And I think all I'm going to need are the 3 pieces of the lavender. So I'm just going to kind of turn it around to see if I have any holes. Pull off our glue strings. And I think we're done. So let me move some of this stuff out. Now, if you wanted, instead of doing carrots, you could have done some Easter eggs, which would be really cute in it. And I also found some Easter eggs at, I think these came from the Dollar Tree. These either came from the Dollar Tree, yeah, I'm pretty sure they came from Dollar Tree. Aren't those cute? Nice and woven. You could have put some of those in there instead of carrots also. So you could add anything you want. And like I said, if you did not glue in your bunny after Easter, if it wasn't glued in, you just take this out and then just fill it in with whatever you want. You could do more florals. You could put in a different design in the center. So it's just kind of a different idea to keep in mind when you're doing your own centerpieces. You don't have to glue everything in if you're not shipping it or doing anything else with it. A lot of the ones that I do for my own home, I don't glue any of them in. I just stick them in because I reuse my pots over and over, and I change up my designs every year. So I hope you guys enjoyed our little first centerpiece, and I'll get pictures of this and get it listed in my shop. And I have 2 others. I did the navy blue one, and then I didn't bring it down here. I apologize, but I'll post the pictures. I actually made it in an old galvanized tin container when I made it, and it's also got a bunny and stuff in it. So have a great day, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.